comical as a boy when they really didn't mean anything, not to me. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily. That's the Lord's Prayer. But we something that we learn to say as a practice. I can remember being impatient about having to say my prayers as a child when I wanted to jump into bed. And I got to the point, I say my prayers, but I don't get down on my knees every night by the bed and say them anymore. I grew out of that for some reason or other. But this has been a practice that I've carried on, but not as rote as it was when I was learning the prayers. I have some feeling for what I'm asking, or even admitting. The 23rd Psalm suffers, wait a minute, let me go back. It's practically in the center of the Bible. Mm-hmm. It's from the Old Testament, being one of the Psalms. I think we take it so for granted that we don't get its full meaning. In order to understand it, we have to feel it. And the best way to feel it is to place oneself in a position where you're on one side of a fence. One of those old split rail fences. And on the other side would be the sheep. And you are the sheep. Or I'm the sheep. Mm-hmm. In which I feel myself thinking through to the sheep. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Oh man, that has been a big thing in my life, and it's so common. You see it everywhere. You can't pick up a well, you just can't. There are a lot of things you can't pick up without seeing the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. It's just so meaningful, especially when you stop. And the problem is, though, that very few people even realize what they're saying. It has become so rote in our lives, which is bad, which is too bad. And we do that with too many things.
How would you choose to die if you could control your death?
Well, I've been thinking a lot about that lately. It would be nice if I could die during my sleep. Hopefully I will, because I see a lot of suffering, and I've seen a lot of suffering, and I think I'm very fortunate to have lived this long without having suffered more than I have. I do feel that I've got a real problem with my brain at this point, and that I forget so much stuff on the one hand. Sometimes I can't remember what I should be doing. Not only that, but I don't know whether I'll ever be ready to die, because I always feel as if there's something I'd rather be doing, which is a good feeling. And I'm always trying to get things out of the way so that when I die, certain things will have been done, and nobody else will have to fool with them or throw them out or whatever, or try to complete what I tried to start.